Hi guys, Olive here. Here today to have a chat with you about the struggles of reading when you are a commuter and to also give you some tips and tricks about how to do so more efficiently. When you're a booktuber, it's very common to be asked, how do you read so much? And one of the most frequent answers that I've seen and that I've given personally is that we're constantly trying to find spaces and places within our day to get more reading done when we otherwise would have been doing nothing. For me, reading during my commute is how I get a huge number of books read. I am a full-time working professional. I work 40 hours a week, every single week, sometimes more depending on the week, and I take public transportation to and from my job. That provides built-in, structured reading time to every single workday. I've been doing this for years now, and so I've learned quite a bit about how to best get a lot of reading done when you're a busy, on-the-go working professional. So I thought I would pass some of that knowledge along to you in case it proves helpful. The first thing you need to do is always have a book on you, and I mean always. No exceptions. To be able to do so, it's important to get yourself a work bag that's big enough to carry everything you need for your commutes, plus a book. And that means it needs to be big enough to carry a book of varying sizes, not just a mass market paperback. And if you can, get yourself a work bag that makes your book easily accessible. This is my current work bag that I'm using. I bought it specifically because it has this little pouch at the front, so I can just pull out my book at any time that I want it. I don't have to dig through the contents of the rest of my bag to be able to get to my book. One concern with keeping a book in your work bag, though, is that even if you keep it in a separate area within your bag, there's a chance that it might get damaged, especially if you bring your lunch into work. Pages can get bent, the cover can get bent or dirty. It's always at risk of getting water damage from the rain, which we're constantly getting here in Pittsburgh. Even having a separate pocket in your work bag does not guarantee that your book is going to be safe from harm. So, I have a product recommendation for you, and that is a book sleeve. This is actually a shelf-defy book sleeve. I have partnered up with them recently because I genuinely really love and believe in their product. They sell these padded book sleeves in 3 different sizes and a variety of different designs, so you can find whatever speaks to you personally. I picked the medium size, which I felt would be really good for both paperback and hardcover since I read in both different formats. Your book goes right in at the top, slides right in, and it has a zipper at the top, which is a lifesaver for my work bag because I have bought previous products somewhat like this on Etsy, and they have always fallen off my book. I've gotten the ones that kind of wrap around like a textbook cover, and they're constantly falling off in my bag. I needed something not just padded to protect my book, but that has a zipper so it stays secure in here the whole day long. It has a little pocket at the front where I can keep a notebook or pen since I am constantly writing down things about the books that I'm reading so that I have something to talk about come wrap up time. There are so many different designs. Like I said, you are almost guaranteed to find something that you will like. This is not a sponsored video, but I have partnered up with them as an affiliate because I genuinely really love, believe in, and use their product all the time. They are also a new small company run by a mother and son team, and small businesses are the types of businesses that I really like to get behind. So if you're in the market for one of these beauties, I will put the link down below for where you can go and browse their products, and if you use my code OLIVE15, you can get 15% off of your order. But even if you have your own book sleeve, I would like to give you a piece of advice, and that is to keep your lunch in its own separate lunch bag. Even if it's in a separate container, please use a lunch bag. The day that you think it's safe to leave your lunch loose in your work bag, you will face a spill guaranteed. Being overly confident about letting your lunch loose in your work bag is how I earned a hummus oil stain in the lining of my current work bag. The bottom line is that your lunch and your book need distance from one another. I know you don't want food mess all over your book sleeve if you have one, your e-reader cover. They don't belong together, so please, get a lunch bag. E-readers make a great choice for reading while you're a commuter for several different reasons, one of those being the backlight on your e-reader if it comes equipped with it. Half of the year, when I leave in the morning, it's dark. When I leave work at night, it's dark. If I have any chance of seeing what I'm reading, I need that backlight. It can also be a lot easier, just logistically speaking, to use an e-reader on public transport because you don't have to worry about turning pages. It can be completely one-handed. There's also much less of a risk that you'll run out of books when you're using an e-reader, since your e-reader can hold quite a few of them. And if you don't want to or can't afford to get a dedicated e-reader, there's always the option of downloading books directly to your phone. If you are reading a physical book on your commute, however, I would recommend that you try using a magnetic bookmark. I have lost my place in so many different books when my bookmark just falls out as my book is tumbling around my bag. I'm a big fan of the Etsy shop Crafted Van. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just a big fan of their products and have been using them for years. They make these cute little magnetic bookmarks, and they also make magnets and other products. Highly recommended. But regardless of what format you're using, if you're going to get a lot of reading done on public transportation, it is imperative to get a seat. It's really difficult to read while you're standing up and while you're also trying not to fall over as the vehicle moves. At least that's difficult for me. I've gone so far as to start leaving the house earlier, to start going to an earlier stop in the line before more people get on, just to be able to get a seat. So much of the secret to reading more is to make reading non-negotiable. So yes, I will wake up earlier. Yes, I will walk farther to be able to get a seat so that I can protect my reading time. But sometimes you won't get a seat, or maybe your commute is via car, bike, walking, anything that would make physically reading dangerous while you're en route. That's where audiobooks really come in handy. I get the majority of mine through my library and download them straight to my phone. You can play them right in your car if you use a car to get to work, or if you're not operating a car, I would highly recommend this sports style of Bluetooth headphone, the kind with the cord in between. I recommend this type because this cord allows you to hang them directly on your neck. I see people wearing those Bluetooth AirPods sometimes, and every time I see them, I think that looks like something that's easily lost. Because these have this cord in between, I can leave these on my neck most of the day, and when I have some spare time to listen, I can pop them right in and my audiobook is right there. So those are some of my tips for getting reading done when you were a commuter. I would love to hear from you in the comment section below if you've ever used any of these, but also if you have any of your own tips that I didn't cover, because I could certainly use those. You can put that or any other comments or questions you may have in the comment section below, but you can also find me on a variety of different places on social media, and the links to all of my profiles will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.